Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at a situation that you have in mind. We're going to be comparing energies of what you think will happen in this particular situation versus what will actually happen. So this is the intention of today's reading. If you prefer, by the way, to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, you will find the timestamps for that, down in the description box, which will take you straight to the part of the introduction where we shuffle your zodiac signs and find out in which of the piles they'll fall under. If you prefer for spirit to pick your pile, there's also a section for that in today's reading. You will also find a timestamp for that in the description box. Otherwise, if you prefer to pick your piles using your intuition, please stick around. You will be picking one of these three cards or several, depending on what you're drawn to, or you can pick your piles using your crystals. Right, so let's get straight into it. For pile number 1, you've got the earthworm. For pile number 2, you've got the starfish. And for pile number 3, you've got the shark. Interesting cards today. If you prefer, as mentioned, to pick your pile using your crystals, then let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, you've got the rose quartz. For pile number 2, you've got the tiger's eye. And for pile number 3, you've got the onyx. So, guys, there is an important disclaimer that I want to say here. You will notice in the timestamps that pile number 3 has been shot twice. There are 2 versions for this pile. You will find version 1 and version 2 in the description box. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was this reading last week where I had to shoot the introduction and pile 1 again because I couldn't find that footage. During that day, I noticed that I also lost the pile number 3 of today's reading. And so I calmly planned it and reshot it again, only to find that I found the footage. Hopefully, as I start settling in, things will start becoming organized as they were. But in any case, I feel like everything happens for a reason. I could have just cut out the old pile number 3, picked one of them and just put it in, but I felt it wasn't right. These 2 different versions were shot for a reason. And so it looks like today's reading is a 3-pile reading, but it's actually a 4-pile reading. And so see which one you're the most drawn to. I know there isn't an extra card, but in the timestamp, maybe a specific number speaks to you. There's a version 1 and there's version 2. See which one speaks to you most, and this will be your pile. Perhaps you're meant to hear the 2. Maybe in a weird way, these 2 speak to you. But yeah, this is what happened, and I guess I'm just gonna leave it the way Spirit chose for it to happen, and I hope you guys enjoy your reading. Take a look at which one of these 3 piles you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today. In case you feel drawn to more than one pile, maybe even all of the piles, trust your intuition. It's meant to take you to the readings or the messages that you're meant to hear about in your situation. You might even be hearing about another situation if you're drawn to a different pile as well, or maybe even all of the piles. You might be hearing about different scenarios, about different situations that you didn't see coming. Things that you are maybe worried about, that you'll find out that it's going to be going in a different way, or maybe things that you think are going to go one way, but it's guiding you to take action so that you actually make it go in the way that you want, or maybe it's going in another way. All I'm trying to say is trust your intuition. It's there to make you win. It's there to guide you. It's there to show you. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times, which will take you straight to your readings. And please note that in a moment, I will be assigning different zodiac signs to each pile. If this is something that you do not prefer, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. Okay, if you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, this is the section for you. As we shuffle your zodiac signs, in a moment, I will be drawing out 4 signs for each pile. Okay, so let's get straight into it. Right, so these are the signs for pile number 1. I think I've got 3 here. Yeah, I do have 3. There we go. And these are the signs for pile number 2. And of course, these will be the signs for pile number 3. Okay, let's get straight into it and see what signs we have today. For pile number 1, the signs are Leo, Libra, Aquarius, as well as Capricorn. The signs for pile number 2 are Taurus, Cancer, Virgo, as well as Scorpio. Let's just keep a bit more space between them. There we go. We have a lot of space. I can actually put these here. There we go. That's much better, much easier on the eye. And the signs for pile number 3 are, of course, Saturn, Pisces, Aries, as well as Gemini. So, my dear soul family, these are the zodiac signs and their association to each of the piles in today's reading. Please feel free to pick your pile or piles using your sun, moon, or rising. I highly recommend you check out the 3. Alternatively, if you prefer to pick your pile or piles using any other placements in your chart, please feel free to do that. These are just different suggestions and different methods used to make you enjoy picking your pile and to make it easier for you to pick it. Once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times, which will take you straight to your reading. Please note, there's another section coming up of the introduction. This section is all about spirit, picking your pile. If this is something that you're interested to use as a method of picking your pile in today's reading, please stick around. If you're not interested in doing that today, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if you prefer for spirit to pick your pile, welcome. This is the section for you. The way we do this every day is that we assign a different tarot card to each pile. The Magician will be representing pile number 1, the High Priestess pile number 2, and the Empress pile number 3. I will be shuffling your cards around, asking Spirit, what will happen? What will actually happen to the situation that you have in mind versus what you think is going to happen? And once one of the cards draws my attention, there we go. I was supposed to shift this one. It wasn't taken. It didn't go back there, whatever was supposed to happen. I don't remember, but that's the chosen pile. And it is pile number 3. Okay, so my dear soul family, these were the different methods today in which you can use to pick your piles. I really hope you've enjoyed them and that they brought you clarity and made it easier for you to find your pile. Once you're ready, you know the drill. You will find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times, which will take you straight to your reading, and I'll catch you there. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at what you think will happen versus what will actually happen. Can't wait to get into your reading. Very excited. I feel like it's going to be different because we are going to divide your reading into two parts. The first half here will be taking a look at what you think will happen. So let's explore that first. And then the other half will be exploring, of course, what will actually happen in the situation that you have in mind. Okay, so these are the intentions of the reading today. If you're interested in knowing the names of the decks that I use, by the way, you will find that I always list them below in the description box for you guys. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful rose quartz. Your significator card is the earthworm. And of course, if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Aquarius, Leo, Capricorn, and Libra. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's get straight into it, my dear pile number one, and take a look at what you think is going to happen in this situation that you have in mind. So here we've got old woman. You've got the vessel. Is it something pertaining to your body? In any case, just an observation. Maybe it's true for someone listening here. You've got sweetheart. Maybe some of you are worried about your body getting older or something, your looks. Yeah, again, very specific for someone here, but it's there. Right, and you've got cycles. So it doesn't have to be about the body, obviously. It could be you having something that you really enjoy in life, and you are worried that as life goes through its cycles, it's not going to be there anymore. It's kind of the thing I'm seeing in your cards. But let's take a look at your tarot cards before we jump into conclusions. We need to complete the message before we truly think about what it could be. So, you've got the High Priestess. The Sun card. High Priestess and Sun is definitely giving me speculation versus looking at facts. Synchronicity. Okay. Action of Wands. This is the Knight of Wands. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so nice. And Life Force energy. So we're looking at what you think will happen first. Wheel of Fortune is that cycle, right? Perhaps you are in a moment of change at the moment. Perhaps you're starting to notice some things are changing about the thing that you really love. See, first you get the blessing, the rain, and then it evaporates again, only for precipitation to happen once more. And it's a cycle. There's something about, you feel very fortunate with something. Life force energy. You feel like life has blessed you so much with something. And you're very afraid because with synchronicity, you're starting to notice a reoccurring pattern lately. Like, let's take the example of the body. Just because it's the one thing that I can give you an example with clarity. Actually, no, there are a lot of examples. Perhaps you've noticed things like wrinkles lately, like a few wrinkles here and there. Or maybe this is about a relationship in your life, a blessed relationship in your life. And lately you've noticed here and there things that aren't going right, like Your spouse hasn't called you when they usually call you. They haven't shared that specific thing about their day when they would usually share it. This, that, or the other. Maybe you have a close relationship with your children and they would usually do something and they haven't been doing it here and there. Maybe it's about your business. I can go on, and maybe you feel like everything's good, but this thing happened, this reoccurrent customer is not there, or this or that. In any case, with synchronicity, as you can see, all I'm trying to say is that the sun, it shows that everything is good, really. You're still in that strong phase of that cycle. You're still there. But with the high priestess, you're speculating that there is some action. There are some things that are reoccurrent with synchronicity that are happening behind the scenes, that if you talk to anyone about it, it's like, hey, I feel like, look, I think I'm getting old. Your friends would laugh at you. Old? Are you crazy? Or you have a beautiful relationship with your spouse or your partner, and you say, I feel like our relationship is changing. Changing? Because he didn't call you that one time. Are you crazy? Do you know what problematic relationships are like? Do you know what people who avoid each other are like? And so on and so forth. So I'm noticing you are very fortunate, but with the earthworm, you can kind of sense that something is going on beneath it all, something that's not visible. There's action happening that's not visible beneath it all, that you feel might in the future affect the beautiful thing that you have in your life. That's really what's going on. With life force energy, this is all you just feeling things energetically, not from facts. Could you be right? Could you be wrong? I don't know. We'll find out together. Maybe there are some things that you're right about and others not. Maybe you're entirely right. Maybe you're not right at all. We'll find out in a moment, but this is kind of the energy that I'm picking up in this pile. You really, with sweetheart, you really love something. You really love that blessing that the universe has given you with life force and synchronicity. You feel like it's doing a lot for you with the horse and the sun card. It takes you far in life. You feel like with this blessing, in fact, with the rainbow path here, that it was going to do a lot of amazing things that you're still looking for in life, that you want to enjoy. And you're kind of worried that eventually you're going to be out of this blessing, or that it's not going to be there anymore. There's also something about you understanding with the Wheel of Fortune and the cycle that everything works in cycle. Everything's bound to change in life. You have that idea. And you know one day or the other, maybe gazillion years later or tomorrow, sometime in life, is just going to end. And it is the cycle of life. So you already understand that things change and that this is going to be, this huge, beautiful blessing is going to be there in your life for some time, but not forever. There's this idea, and you could be wrong because I don't know what this blessing is. I'm just reading energy. Maybe your cards are going to show you, no, you are going to have it forever. I don't know. But there is an understanding here that things change, and you might not, just like you've gotten this beautiful thing one day, it may not be there forever. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. The Knight of Wands shows me that this is something that you really desire. You have it in your life, you really desire, and you wish for it to continue with you on this path forever, for as long as you can keep it. Knight of Wands, it could be even one of the most exciting things that you have in your life. In fact, with life force energy, it is something that gives you a lot of motivation in life, a lot of energy. It revives you some way or the other. It's your pick-me-up. It's something that you can lean on most of the time. It's definitely a strong energy, strong force in your life that you feel that the universe has blessed you with. You're very lucky to have it. Okay, I think we've pretty much covered everything surrounding what you think will happen. So you think, just to make sure, you think that things are changing now, and that with the Knight of Wands and the horse here, soon it's just going to go away quickly. This desire is going to go away quickly. And you're not going to have it anymore sometime soon, sometime in the near future at least, right? That's what we're seeing. If you speak to someone with the High Priestess and the Sun, you're still in that phase of it all being great. But these are just speculations and feelings, intuitive feelings of what's to come because of the synchronicities or the repeated patterns that you've been seeing recently with regards to this beautiful blessing in your life. Okay, that's covered. Let's now take a look at what will actually happen with this situation. And this is still your significator card, so we will be using it to read your cards in a moment. So you've got fire, right? You've got two here. Wedding. And you've got cheerfulness. All right. Look at this one popping out. Let's take it. And this one. Oh, actually this one. The tear. That's interesting. And you've got the mother. And you can see a pearl right in the middle. Okay. Great. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. Thank you. The Eight of Pentacles. Look at that being permanent. Okay. The Four of Wands. The Moon card. Now, I think I need space up there. There we go. The Lover's card. Huh. Oh. Oh. Interesting. Right, let's complete this column right there. You've got the Tower. The Magician. I will catch you if you fall. And you've got the Two of Wands. So what are we seeing here exactly? There's something about, do you see the fire? What turns off the fire? It's the water. So if you are too sad about it, remember this is energy. Your frequency, do you see? What's going to happen depends on your frequency. Isn't that crazy? So how you vibrate, the frequency you're exuding, if we can say that, absolutely matters in what's about to happen or what's going to shape your future. You're the creator here of whether you get to keep that or not. the magnitude of that change, and change is inevitable, depends on you. How you treat that energy, you're going to be creating things in your life with the magician. So it's kind of like the synchronicities that you're noticing are like sparks of energy. Transmute that energy to your favor. You are seeing changes. It's a natural cycle of life. These changes are like energy. You can use it to your favor, to, like with fire, that new element that was just created. You can use it to cook. You can use it to get warm in the evening or when it's cold. You can use it to see at night. You can make so many uses with it. It doesn't have to be something that burns the forest, right? It's kind of like the only thing truly that can take that blessing from you is your sadness, your frequency. Because too much of this frequency will make you fall, will make everything fall unnecessarily. So remember, the moon, the magician. This is energy that you can transmute to your favor, just like the pearl, with the particle of sand that irritates the oyster, which ultimately creates a beautiful pearl. Similarly, if there's something that's irritating you now that you don't really like, transmute that energy to your favor, and your reading is not going to leave you there. It's going to show you what to do. Look, you've got the wedding here. You also have the Four of Wands, which one of its meanings is a wedding. So there's something about marrying this energy, accepting it, harboring, and using it to your favor. You can keep what you want, and you can make it permanent in your life should you work with it with mastery. And that's what's required in this next phase of your life. It requires mastery. Perhaps you used to have it easily before. Now you're entering a phase where you want to transmute that energy into your favor, because learning to do that now will give you the needed mastery to level up and for you to achieve the visions that you have about yourself or about the situation in life. It starts with that kind of mastery now. Everything in our lives goes through phases, really. And in each phase, we can decide that it's difficult and we want to opt out, or we can use that energy to our favor to achieve something that could be super amazing in life. And so it is saying, use these changes that you are observing to your favor. Just think about it. Envision what you can do to your favor. You will realize that it's going to give you a lot of benefits that you did not have before. Like, I was just going to give you an example that I thought about here, and as I was explaining, I think it's kind of dissipated. I was going to give you the example. Oh, yes, the high school example. Every phase of our lives has changes. So when we were in junior school, it was easier. It was all play. Then we get into senior school. And we start growing up, and there are changes in dynamics in class, and there's changes in everything. And we either go, oh, I don't like that, or we start finding it exciting to learn and find out how to make friends in a different way, and do this and do that, and enjoy what this phase brings us. And we go to university, and the way we learn starts to differ, and we are more in control of our time and what classes we choose, and this and that and the other. We have to organize everything, including our classes. So all I'm trying to say, and when we go to work, then we're totally responsible for ourselves. There is no professor that's going to come and say, you did so well. You might have no one telling you did really well for years. You just have to work hard until you prove yourself. I can go on with examples, but each phase in our lives is important. And sometimes, in fact, most of the times, each phase could be more important than the one before it. And you are at a very important phase of your life. Your reading is saying things are not ending or going downhill for you, but they're giving you a new opportunity to work with this new energy. If you think about it well with the Two of Wands and see it for what it really can give you, see it for what it is, and you accept what's happening and start attuning to how you can benefit from it, it can give you a great skill that will last lifetimes. It will give you a skill to outlive, outsmart, outbenefit anything that this phase could have given you. There's something to master here. Don't let it irritate you. Don't let it make you feel sad. What you vibrate is very important. Don't let your sadness put out the fire that it can give you to create something amazing. So basically, your reading is saying, marry that energy, harbor it, don't push it away, don't hate it, work with it. Work with it closely, in fact. Cheerfulness, be cheerful. Enjoy what's happening. Crazy to hear, but you're really guided to be cheerful, to enjoy what's happening, because it's providing you with an opportunity to transmute this energy to your favor. And I'm sure you must be thinking, but I don't know how to use that energy to my favor. I wish I could apply what the cards are saying, Green, but I don't know how to see it in my favor. I don't know how to use it to my favor. Great. Let's take a look at what your cards are guiding you to do. How can you use that to your favor? How can pile number 1 apply the guidance given them today and use them to their favor? So you've got the 5 of Wands. Actually, this one was about to fall. These are 2, actually. I'm going to take them. Okay. Right. You've got the Spirit of Cups. This is the Queen of Cups. Be in a loving spirit. Enjoy this new adventure kind of thing. Let's see how you're meant to enjoy it. Ten of Wands. Oneness. There's something about unite with that energy. Don't push it away, because it has a power that you can use to your favor. Don't push something that has a power. You may not be seeing it, but it's going to give you great power. Embodiment of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. And the 3 of Swords. Okay, we still have 4 more cards here. Let's see what your guidance is. How can you work with that energy? There's something about there's an initial struggle and maybe a lot of hard work in the beginning. Yes, that's acknowledged. But towards, because of that energy, you will reach a much higher place with the King of Pentacles than you've ever been before. You will have the power, the stability, and the abundance that you did not have before if you unite with this power and approach it with a loving spirit. The Queen of Cups embodies what? She embodies grace. She embodies love. She embodies gratitude. She embodies enjoyment. She embodies the love of what she has. So I am saying that the duality here and what you're meant to do with the oneness, the duality is you can either, there's joy and love and grace and working with that energy gracefully. And there's the energy of suffering unnecessarily, because the Three of Swords does not suggest on its own that something bad is happening in one's life. It suggests actually that someone is pulling at the strings of their own heart and suffering unnecessarily, which shows us right next to the oneness how brilliant. It shows us you can either go through this journey with grace and enjoy every phase of it and take it gracefully, just like, for example, with the Queen of Cups, a mother who can see that something may not be going entirely right with her child, and she would take it slowly and easily and solve it through kind discussions and kind actions and making sure that things are slowly but surely going in the right way until she's super proud of her child who's done a great achievement that wouldn't have otherwise happened without that love and support. Miracles happen in that way. Or she can be sad and angry and bitter and make her own child's life bitter and angry and miserable as well. So with oneness here, you can see that there's duality. There is, in fact, duality. There is that dual energy that you are observing. Your intuition is correct when it comes to you observing that something is not entirely right. Absolutely, you are right. But it's not such a big deal with the particle of sand irritating the oyster. And you can use it to your favor to do something unique and beautiful with it. And you can keep that energy forever. And this is what you were initially afraid of here with the cycle. You can, but it requires a specific mastery. And just like you said, it's bound to change. So change it to your favor. If you use it intelligently and know how to work with that energy, you can, in fact, make it permanent. By understanding how to adapt to the changes of that energy. You see? So Mother, Queen of Cups, nurture that energy and treat it with love and see how you can use what's going on to your favor. And there's something about the earlier you snap out of the sadness and start to face it with the Five of Wands, face that challenge head on and start accepting that there are things that you need to work hard towards and start taking these actions now, you will understand how you work with this energy. In fact, with the cheerfulness, you will have fun, a lot of fun, harboring what's going on and working with it, because you're going to be doing fun and exciting things in your life. You're going to discover fun things to do. And soon enough, with the King of Pentacles, like I told you, is going to put you in a very strong, blessed position that you've never been in before. Not in that way. Allowing you to permanently keep something amazing that you want. And that's the guidance that I'm seeing here. You cry about it or you worry about it so much and you put it off for yourself early on. And you don't want to do that. Don't fall into the mistake that others fall into. Okay, and you've got 4 more cards, your final guidance when it comes to that. My dear pile number 1, 9 of Swords. That's an interesting 9 of Swords. They look like monsters under the bed, so kind of signifying that something's really, it's scary, but it's not real. I think your mind is making it like even if it goes bad, it's not gonna go bad. or not bad. Bad is the wrong word. So sorry. I mean, even if things change, I want to be accurate to what I'm saying. Even if things do change, and they may not be bad at all when they change. And that's exactly what I'm saying, actually. Even when things do change, they're not going to change in the dramatic, scary way that your mind is showing you to be. Not at all. You're very blessed, obviously, and it's not going to go that way. Action of Cups. Your path is full of light, and it's full of growth and blossoming, so to speak. Don't let your shadow veer you off course. Go in another direction. Your path is bright, and it's a beautiful one. Don't be discouraged by the first little things that you see. It's meant to take you somewhere so bright. So continue to take action with love. That's what you keep getting. Continue to put love. Don't vibrate anything else. You're very lucky and very blessed. Don't take yourself out of that energy. Ace of Cups. Again, enjoy it. There's something about, hey, don't stop enjoying. Don't forget that this is a beautiful thing. Enjoy that blessing. The otter, you know how they hold hands when they're sleeping? It's kind of like, continue to have what you have and enjoy it. Why are you speculating so fast that it's going to go down a very bad path? Don't worry about it. Don't cry over something you're not going to lose. It might change, but you're not going to lose it. And especially, don't lose the opportunity to use it to your favor. It can give you something magnificent because of that. It might show you a shadow that you want to heal forever, giving you a lifelong skill that can allow you to keep what you love permanently. Again, you've got the embodiment with the King of Cups. Go through this with a lot of emotional balance. That's the most important guidance here. Go through it with love, a lot of emotional balance. Treat it with love and care. Don't treat it with fear and stress. And you shall be continuing on a path full of beautiful flowers, full of light, that will take you somewhere magnificent one day. It's never going to end. In fact, you're always moving towards the light, the sun. You just don't know that yet. Work with that energy. Integrate that shadow, because that's really the one thing that's standing in your way. And you will always have an idea or another and how to keep it in your life and to keep it in the best, most beautiful way, like never before, to get more out of it, to get even bigger blessings out of it. And my dear pile number 1, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. I really enjoyed your reading. I truly wish you from my heart the best of luck. I wish you would keep everything that you love and that you always learn to transmute the changing energy to your favor, so that you're never threatened by the changes of life that, just as you are speculating, are bound to happen, so that you always use it to your favor to do something great. When there's rain, you can grow beautiful flowers. And my dear pile number 1, this is exactly what I see. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 1, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at what you think will happen regarding a specific situation that you have in mind versus what will actually happen in this situation. Can't wait to do this reading for you. I find it to be super fun. I will be dividing the reading into 2 parts. In the first half will be this, like taking a look at what you think about it, what you think will happen, so that we get more information about this particular situation. And then on the other half, we'll be taking a look at what's actually going to happen. Okay, so this is the plan. Very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful tiger's eye. Your significator card is the starfish. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, The signs for this pile are Taurus, Cancer, Virgo, and Scorpio. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's get straight into it. We're now looking at what you think will happen to the situation that you have in mind. So you've got size. Starfish, size. And you've got the apocalypses. And you've got community. Okay, this looks like an ecosystem here. We can always see what the guidebook says about this in specific, but let's see what we get. Is this an earthworm? It kind of looks like it. You know, if you're drawn to pile number 1, their significator card was the earthworm. So you might want to check it out if you're feeling drawn to it, of course. But let's continue. So you've got the King of Pentacles, the Death card. Okay. You've got the Six of Cups. The Five of Swords. And you've got the Seven of Pentacles. Let's stop there for a moment. And see what we're looking at here. Starfish and sigh definitely makes me feel like there is, with the star, reminds me of the star card, there's a dream, there's, especially with the sigh, that you're really wishing to have one day. The sigh is something that you're really in love with. You're like, ah, if I can only have that dream. But with the apocalypses, I kind of feel like you're thinking it's all breaking down, or that it's going to break down, you're not going to achieve it. So this is more the sigh of someone who loves something but is kind of feeling like, I can never have that. There's something about, with the Death card, you thinking at the moment that this dream is ending, that it's taking from you, something is taking that huge blessing that you envision for yourself one day. It is kind of what I'm seeing here. This is like, this means so much to you. It's everything. It's with the star here. It's like it's your biggest wish that you have in mind. Speaking of the mind, you are thinking that it's ending. It's not going to happen for you. There's something about you trying, though, with the Seven of Pentacles. You're feeling like you did try. You've worked hard towards it in many ways. And Seven of Pentacles, Six of Cups, both are like growth. You've actually spent a long time trying to get there, putting your heart into it, putting your efforts into it. And suddenly with the Five of Swords, it seems like something comes and takes it from you. So you're feeling like something is jeopardizing that great wish. With community, it could be someone in your community that's jeopardizing this, or something happened in your environment, in your ecosystem recently, that just like predators has come and took it from you. I think that's what's going on. But you know, we can always read the guidebook for community and add on to this idea to see what it is that we're not seeing. So, community. Community is a give and take, where each member has a unique and important role to play. In each ecological community, there is both collaboration and competition. Competition arises out of scarcity of resources, whereas abundance motivates collaboration. In reflecting on your own community, do you feel satisfied with your role? Do you perceive some sort of scarcity that causes competition? How can you help build a community that feels safe and nourishing? You know, when it comes to community, you either conform to the way the political air is like in that community, or you lead it into a new one. So whether this is talking about an actual community or someone in your community that you feel is taking something from you because there's sort of a competition, and you know it's very likely with the Five of Swords that this is happening, whether this is a person or not. It looks like, yeah, you could be in a community that is all competing to be the star. Oh, you could be, you know, for some of you, it could be a competition here and you feel like someone here is winning and trying to take your dream from you. Apocalypses. Yeah, although you worked very hard to try to achieve it. A community, a company, something, a leader, something like that. Or a form of energy that is trying to take it from you. So I was about to tell you that it's either you conform to that game or you start leading it into a new one. It's just an idea that I just suddenly got in my head. I don't even know exactly why, but when I was reading the scarcity card, I remembered this idea about not conforming, but leading it. So, in any case, we're now reading what you think is going to happen. You feel like something or someone stronger is now going to take that spot that you were looking for, or take that dream that you are looking for, and everything is ending at the moment. There's an apocalypse. Although you've worked so hard, so long, you feel like you may have been getting there. Suddenly, some ego comes along and takes your dinner from you. And you're like, no, I worked so hard for this. Or I was patient. I put so much effort into this. This is a dream that I always wanted to take it. And how can something come and snatch it from me that quickly? To you, this dream, in your point of view, is over, at least in the moment, with everything that's going on. Can we see what's going on so that I'm able to pick up on that energy? What's going on, please, here? Seven of Wands. Yeah, there's something very challenging here. Five of Swords, Seven of Wands. Something is challenging you on the path to your success of that wish. Greatly challenging you. It could be someone trying to take something. The Moon. There's a lot of unknown in this situation. You yourself, it seems, don't even know what's going on. Four of Wands. There is, with the changes, there's a level up going on. We're asking what's going on, and it's showing that something is evolving, and as things change and evolve, they create a lot of unknowns, especially if these changes and evolutions aren't announced. These evolutions are going to benefit everyone, by the way, just so you know. They're going to benefit everyone. And they're not, how can I say this? They're not selective. It's there to benefit everyone. So there's something about, if you play the game right, this is not a game of scarcity per se. You could look at it as if it's scarcity, but it's supposed to benefit everyone. And if you understand your ecosystem better, you will be able to inform yourself or fill yourself in on what's going on. And you'll be able to ward off the disadvantages, the challenges that come with this new evolution, and you will be able to continue that growth of that wish. But yeah, that's like what change. We're specifically asking what changes. We still haven't looked at what's actually happening. This is just like the cards filling us in specifically with what's going on with this bully energy, right? But yeah, this is what you're seeing. You're seeing that this is the end of this wish. You've already decided that for yourself. And we'll find out. Maybe you're right. Maybe your cards are like saying, yeah, let that one go and do this. We'll find out. But you had a huge dream with the saving here, the 7 of Pentacles, the 6 of Cups. I feel like you felt you were getting there. You feel like suddenly something bullied its way into that path that you were in, challenged you. And since you don't have much information about the evolutions that are happening, you decided for yourself that it's over. Okay, yeah. Okay, let me bring back your decks so that we look at the other half of your story. What is actually happening? I really feel with the sigh here that you're like, oh, well, I always wanted that, but I guess I'm just going to have to let it go kind of energy. It's like, I guess it's not for me then. I also surprisingly see this one. Okay. And finally, let's pull out. It looks like we're getting 2. Okay. What do we have for the second half? You've got decomposers. And interesting, you're getting a lot of mushroom, which really help us evolve as human beings. They've got a lot of superpowers that not many people know about. Healing powers, allowing us to access our intuition, allowing us to evolve as beings. So this is huge. Anyways, you've got decomposers, rock, you've got thief, yeah, okay, you've got conversation, sweetheart, and gnosis. Gnosis is a very powerful card that's popping up here. And let's take a look at your tarot cards. Page of Swords. Nice. The Justice. Queen of Cups, and it's reflecting a mirror at you. The 5 of Pentacles. Can we fit in any possible way a card here? Whoa. Wow, a star card. And the Two of Wands. So, what is actually going to happen in this situation? I feel like your cards are providing us with so much information. But let me just look at them for a little bit. Oh, the way things are gonna play out once you hear about this. Wait until you see what this is going to give you. There's your star. What you are hoping for. Wait until you see the horizon, the opportunities, how far you can go, that this is going to give you. This is here to bring you justice, to empower you, to give the power back to you, and not to take it from you, as you might be thinking initially. So it looks to me like with conversation, you're going to be hearing soon, as everybody comes and talks about these changes, how you are amongst with the sweetheart, the loved ones, the lucky ones, the favored ones. Let's put it this way. How you are amongst the favored ones. Are things changing? Yes, they are changing. Absolutely. What you're seeing is correct. They are changing. But with the mushroom and the decomposers, they could be changing form, but they are providing your soil, your ground, the ground you are standing on, a lot of nutrients, aka opportunities that you can absorb to help you grow like no time or no way ever before. How are you going to know about the opportunities that are available on the ground you're standing on at the moment? It looks like it's going to happen through a conversation. Each one will be gathering. Perhaps this is your family, this is your work, this is, because there's definitely a community here. This is your city. I don't know where this is, or the field, maybe this is your field. It looks like soon everybody's going to come and gather and talk about this. Hey, did you see these changes? Did you see this? Did you see that? Did you see how things are going? Looks like they're trying to take this from us. Looks like this. And each one is going to share what's going on with them, what's happening with them. It seems like the intimate secrets are going to be out. They're all going to be aired. Everyone sharing their piece, their observation, what they've noticed, what's happening with them. And you will gain a lot of clarity, and you will be able to see so much that you couldn't see before about this situation. You will find that not only are you standing on solid ground, it does look shaky, but you see how these stones are balanced so that they are using gravity, able to go high without falling. And in that same way, if you just understand how to work with your situation, balance it well, you'll be able to go high where your star is in a balanced way. It's all about information. And with the sharing here, you will feel super empowered. You're going to go, oh, okay, that's good. It looks like I'm actually very lucky with this situation. I love how I see myself in this situation. I feel so empowered, and with all of the things that are being shared, I can use this information to do things right for myself. So you're really gonna go from feeling the lack to feeling super unique, seeing yourself as super unique in the situation, loving your situation, understanding that it's providing you a lot of opportunities that you couldn't see, you didn't know. Didn't I tell you guys it's like good for everyone, for many people, and that you are amongst the lucky ones who can get the best out of the ground that you're standing on. And it will allow you, with the gnosis here, to start really envisioning things in a magical way. Gnosis is that state you get into when you're deep into meditation. It's that, I don't know, alpha wave that allows you to manifest what you want. It's that state with that whatever you envision actually starts forming and happening into life. It's a real thing, the gnosis. So that deep vibration where vibration makes things form to life, take form. So that moment of you grasping and understanding things and feeling empowered will make you really start. Do you see how big the eyes here are? You're really going to go, I can use this like this, and I can use it to my favor like that. The eyes, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. This is going to be very powerful because what you're envisioning here will actually happen. You will use it to your favor to achieve your dreams. So there's something about, I don't have to reach my dream in the way that I envisioned I would, because perhaps it was empowering back then to envision it in this way, to take all of these steps. Maybe I can just take the elevator here. I don't need to work so hard or do this or do that. It's actually a good thing because it woke me up. It allowed me to see. Do you see the mirror? It allowed me to see how I can actually balance it in a smart way. So this thief, this thing being taken from you, in conjunction to the information that's going to come out, either because of the situation or the things that you're going to hear in conjunction to it, are going to make you feel empowered to take different decisions, different actions. You're going to use the laws, the regulations, what's allowed to your favor. I feel like you're going to be empowered with information that will make you move smarter, not hard, and not work harder. And so, is something being taken? Yes. It's something is in fact being taken as a form of evolution to a specific or a particular situation that you're in. But you're going to be amongst the favorable ones who will be able to use some great information to your favor that your community will be sharing. That will make you feel like, oh my God, I'm not lacking anything. If I use this information to my favor, I understand the laws better, the rules, how things actually work. I'll be able to balance things in a much smarter way and go up high where my wish is. So what's going to actually happen is that you're going to achieve your wish. You're going to achieve it faster. You're going to feel empowered, and it is going to happen for you. Just that this time is going to happen in a different way than what you originally thought was going to happen. And it's due to shared information about what opportunities you can use to your favor, knowing that your soil, your ground that you're standing on has much more nutrition, much more unique nutrition, unique opportunities. You're so lucky in that way to be able to use it to your favor, to achieve what your heart is desiring. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. So, in fact, it seems like things are being taken from you to wake you up, to make you see something that you haven't been seeing. You've been in this lack trying to get something in such a hard way when you can get it in a much faster way. Why spend the next 3 hours taking the staircase to a long tower when you can take the elevator and get up there in a minute? Anyone looking at these stones would think, oh, it's impossible to put them on top of each other. They're just going to fall. But with the right information and understanding the idea of center of gravity, you will in fact be able to place these stones and make them go up and balance them. So it's all really about information and an understanding that something can happen, maybe something that not everybody's seeing, not everyone perhaps knows how to do. There's something about a community of people, maybe these are a community of experts, maybe, or just your community talking, that will give you information that you did not know, that you will feel very empowered with. This will make you feel with the gnosis that you really have absolutely the key to make it happen. So there's high vibration here with the gnosis, as opposed to the low vibration of the size. There's low vibration here of going, oh, well, farewell, my dear star. Whereas here's like, oh, I can and I will have my star. I will. It's mine. It is mine. And so it looks to me like, no, you are going to have your star. You're going to achieve it, and you're going to achieve it very quickly. And you are blessed that this situation happened. It looks from the outside like it's a disaster, but it is the best thing that could have ever happened to you in you achieving this wish, because you're not looking at it from the perspective that gets you there quickly, that gets you there in the most powerful way. This is you being let in on important information, especially with the justice. There's something about rules, regulations. You understand how the game is played, perhaps. Yeah, something like that, how things actually work, how the game is played. Remember, we just said that here in this community card. You understand your ecosystem better. You understand that life is abundant. You know, the eagle can come and take that thing from you, but you got the mushroom, you've got this, you've got that. You just got to understand how to play the game. Maybe it was important to just start and work hard in the beginning, but now you're in the phase of forget that. You want to go there quickly. You want to learn now how to get there quickly. So yeah, I would say don't worry too much about it. You're in the dark now. You just don't know what's going on. Soon you will get a lot of information. So just finally, before we end your reading, I just want to pull out, looks like we have one card, not two, about how are you going to hear about this? When is this conversation going to happen? The Hermit. The Hermit makes me feel like this conversation, you know, this is making me feel like this conversation is online or on your phone, in your emails or something, because this is a community. This is the Hermit. When do we connect when we're alone? I guess through technology. So it could even look like a phone here, you know, right? So I think you're going to hear this and connect with this community on your own, on the phone. Maybe you're going to hear it on television. Maybe you're going to hear these experts on a podcast, right? Yeah, I feel like you're going to be sitting alone and enlightening yourself with what's going on, feeling, oh my God, I'm favored. I love this for myself. Let me start planning. Ooh, you know what? I can do this, I can do that. All of a sudden you're fired up and you're like, oh, you're vibrating these high emotions that will get you there. When you get into that state, there's no way things don't form for you and that you get it. You are about to get this dream, my dear pile number 2. And this is exactly what I see in your reading. I truly wish you the best of luck with the situation. And if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at what you think will happen regarding a specific situation that you have in mind versus what will actually happen with it. Can't wait to get into your reading. These are the decks that I'll be using. If, of course, you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. But the way I'm going to do this reading is that I'm going to be obviously dividing it into two. The first half of the reading will be looking at exactly what you're seeing, how you're looking at this situation, what you think is going to happen. And then on the other half of the reading, we'll be taking a look at what will actually happen. So yeah, simple plan. That's what we're going to do. And I think we're ready. Oh, I forgot to introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful onyx. Your significator card is the shark. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Sagittarius, Pisces, Aries, and Gemini. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Shark, let's see what's up. You've got the box. Oh my God, this looks like it's... Oh, or might be super protected. You never know. Let's see. Because this looks like it's a box enclosed in a box, enclosed in a box, and a box, and a box, and a box. It's like very hard to get to. And then you've got the tear. You've got community. Ooh, this one popped in pile number 2. I would say if you were drawn to pile number 2, I highly recommend it. In fact, this is exactly where we placed that card, this card there. And you've got meadow. Nice. Okay. I have no idea yet what this is trying to say. And you've got conversation. That's exactly the same card that popped up also in pile number 2 again. It was on the other half of the table, but it was there. So yeah, I definitely recommend this pile to you. Let's take a look at your tarot cards to complete your vision of the situation, or how at least you're seeing this situation. It looks like there's a lot of talk, community, conversation. There's a lot of talk about something going on now. Oh, you've got the 10 of Wands with suppression. Maybe everybody's talking about how they're suppressed, how their voices were suppressed. Maybe everybody's coming out to say their pain. Perhaps the boxes. Everybody's been enclosed. Their truth couldn't come out, maybe. In any case, let's wait. You've got the 10 of Wands. The 8 of Cups with letting go. And you've got the 9 of Pentacles with ripeness. Ripeness with community. I feel like everybody's ready. Everybody's ready. So this is your perspective. What you think will happen in this situation. So that's a rather positive pile with meadow. I think in this pile, weirdly enough, although you can see some dangers pertaining to a situation, and you are sad about these dangers, there's something so liberating about this, because you feel like you're finally going to let go. You're finally going to go. So perhaps this situation allowed everyone to come out of their box, allowed everyone to come out of their shell, because it looks like everyone was dealing with this situation all on their own, and it was becoming impossible to deal with it. Everyone's been so enclosed, having to deal with the scary situation all on their own. Everyone feeling sad with the tear on their own. It's a community, yes, but everyone was confined between their own four walls. This could be like their own offices, their own family, their own situation. And it looks like there's a great advantage to that last maybe attack or something that happened, that last scare, let's call it, that happened, that just allowed everyone to open up. It's like this is the straw, the last straw that broke the camel's back. Everybody's like talking about it now. So it's kind of like bittersweet. Although there's something that recently happened that was scary, the great thing in your point of view and how you're seeing this is that everybody's talking about it. There's something about you that is just ready to let it go. You're done. There's something about you being done with this, done with carrying all this heaviness, done of being tied, done of perhaps shutting up about it, done with carrying so much. You're done. The community is done. You're done. The ice is starting to melt. The frozen situation is starting to melt. And you know what this is reminding me of? Community. Maybe everyone feels powerless on their own. But when they're a community, then they have more power over that shark. So you're actually feeling positive. Good for you. I'm happy. You're feeling positive with the meadow. You're feeling like, I don't care anymore. I don't want to carry this anymore. I'm so done. I'm ready to walk away. I'm ready to go. And in fact, with the 9 of Pentacles, what a pile. It's like a change in terms of what I've been seeing, actually. You're feeling like you're so blessed. You're feeling with the 9 of Pentacles that this is leading to your fulfillment. Because with the ripeness here, there's something about you feeling ready. You're feeling ready to go after what you want here. So I don't know how pile number 2 in any way, shape, or form is going to relate to you. But maybe, you never know. I don't know. I'm just reading cards. Maybe when you watch pile number 2, you're going to go, I know how this relates to me. So yeah, if you're drawn to it, then it relates to you. You're ready to go after your dreams, I would say. You're ready to go after your dreams, and you're ready to walk away from this situation. It's so heavy. It's been tying you down for so long. You've been carrying a heavy load, and you are done. The conversation around it is really what's empowering everyone against this danger. So suddenly, this last hit, perhaps a hit that you've been fearing for so long, allows you to move from misery to feeling super positive. Like suddenly you feel it's bright, it's shining, and look, the sun just is like entering the chat as we're talking about this. You're feeling positive. You're feeling like the sun is light is getting into your life. It's all good. It's positive. It's finally happening in a good way. Now, I did not see coming when I did this reading for you guys, but your energies really surprise me every time. Okay, anything else about your situation that I'm not seeing before we move into the other half? You've got the 7 of Pentacles with the keyword patience. You've got the rebel, the Emperor with the keyword the rebel. And you've got the Moon card with past lives. It seems like you and everyone in this situation is so ready by time with the 7 of Pentacles to move from one state to another, from one vessel to another. I feel like there is a sense of empowerment, of breaking free from the chains. You're like, I'm done with this. You guys are finding your power, especially you. So many people like you are finding their power because of that. Maybe everyone in their own different way. But everyone's ready to move out of this situation and into another. Everyone is finding their own way to do it. You're thinking, I just got to be patient. I got to work hard with the Seven of Pentacles to do what I want. But it's great because it's empowering me. It's giving me the power to do what I want. It's moving me towards the light, where I want to go. And I see people in masses. Or you want to be maybe amongst those that choose to transform their life, their place. You know, it's from one vessel to the other. Move from one workplace to the other, or move from one situation to another, move from one place to another, something like that. You're amongst those. By time, specifically, that will move from that situation to the other. That's what you're seeing here. You're like, this is a chance for me to be liberated. This is a chance for me to understand more. This is a chance for me to go towards my dreams. This is my chance. You're happy. Okay, cool. Yeah, that is... Can I understand more about this shark, please? What is this shark? What is this danger here for pile number 3? The Strength card with courage. The Nine of Wands with exhaustion. Are you working in a machine? Are you working with electronics? A system or something? AI, maybe. For some of you, AI, electronics, programming, systems, working behind a machine. That could be the computer, maybe. Just a guess. It doesn't have to be correct. You've got the Three of Cups. Discovering that the real power is the power of community. The Six of Pentacles with compromise. Oh, wow. And you've got the Ace of Wands with Source. So what is this power? It is a form of power that looks scary on the outside, but it's really exhausting itself. And because it's exhausting itself, trying to scare everyone, I think everyone's picking up on it. It's like, yeah, whatever, we're done with that. I think it's been overly scaring everyone to the point of shift where everyone's done being scared. That's really cool. I think this scary thing has done its thing so many times that with the Nine of Wands, it turned from being super scary to bringing confidence in people's hearts. It's again, just like that. It used to look like a wall, but it's been pushing so hard that others are blossoming out of this wall. And so reaching a point of it having no effect on everyone. This strategy of scare, which is looking like what it is now, is not working anymore. Everyone's done being afraid of that. And everyone is finding their way out, finding their power, figuring things out. I think this has been a threat for so long that people are have had the opportunity enough times, many times, to understand that this is a threat, to understand that they should change their ways, to understand that they need to build muscles to face that threat. So much so that they're starting to blossom out of it. There's something about this threat that equally with the Six of Pentacles brought power to the community. It made this community realize, and you're one of them, that there is a better way to empower oneself. And so you've become an equal powerful force. Remember when I've noticed here, there's something about each one thinking they are scared and encapsulated all on their own, but a community is much more powerful. I think the collective here is done. Whatever this collective is in your work, like I said, family, city, something like that. Everyone's done. And the collective has become a force to be reckoned with. You are getting the most attention now. So based on what we're looking at, let's take a look at what's actually going to happen. Ooh, look at the abundance coming out for you guys. And the Wheel of Fortune, just saying, transformation. Okay, I'm gonna stop looking, but this is pretty powerful. Right, so what is actually going to happen for pile number 3, please? What is going to happen for pile? I was gonna say power number 3. You're finding your power for sure. Okay, your cards are ready. Let's pull out your oracle cards. You've got 2 cards. The self-empowerment, I told you guys. The pearl, you're changing this irritation into something super unique, especially how you're changing as a person. The self. The crone. You're finding your power. Also, your intuition is telling you to do something else and you're going to follow it. That's your soul leading you, your soul, your intuition leading you to something great. Thank you. Melancholy, I think it's how it's pronounced. Melancholy. Okay. Falseness. Yeah. I think you're gonna realize that this sadness with melancholy is unnecessary, actually, at all. There's no reason to feel that sad. The cat has 9 lives. You realize that you have other opportunities, 1,000,000, well, 9, but you've got many opportunities. And you don't, it's unnecessary to cry over this one or to feel sad about this one. That's how a community finds its power. Perhaps you guys have been so limited in what you are looking at. Yeah, the limitation here, do you see? You guys have been so limited. Maybe you've been sold on the idea that there is a limitation, only to discover that, no, we're not limited. Why are we so limited in this way? Maybe this thing did provide you with a lot of advantage that you can use to your favor now. Are we missing a deck? I think we are. Yes, we are. Thank you. Succession. It's a time where you're going to do things differently from the ones that came before you or the usual way that others have done it. You're going to take on a different path. Others have paved the path that you're already in. You've used it to your favor, but you're like, you know what? There's another way to do things now that this is established. I'm going to do things differently, it looks like. So you've got the 9 of Wands with exhaustion. Yeah, we've already established what this means. You're like, you're so tired of worrying about this. You know, like, for example, this reminds me of how our parents used to think of work in one way, teaching us that we have to finish our education, which is important, obviously, go to work, which is important, and to spend the rest of our lives in one place, growing in that place, and buying our own homes and doing this and doing that, only to find that everything has changed. The economy has changed. The work-life balance is not the same. There are so many rules that have changed. things aren't exactly as they're describing, this, that, or the other. We can go on, and our lives are far different than theirs. And perhaps we need to look at this situation in a far different way than our parents. That's just an example. So there's something about you, and it doesn't have to be like exactly that, but there's something about you taking benefit from this situation, but now doing it in your own way, evolving it in your own way. With succession, it also reminds me of not having the same fears that the ones before us had, not following the same path that others before us had, finding our rights, finding our voice in a way that the ones before us, as we've watched them do, haven't found their voice. So, yeah, something like that. Let's continue. You've got the Eight of Swords with guilt. Yeah, in fact, guilt and fear as well. Guilt, fear, stress. Your mind was so stuck in one way, leading you to be overworked or tired of that threat or something. Anyways, let's wait. Comparison. Five of Swords. Yeah. You're like, this can be done in a much smoother way. Why am I doing things like that the old way when I can do it in this smart way? People who discuss that bamboo is way better for the environment. I'm not well versed on this, so please don't quote me at all. You can educate me. I would love that. But yeah, don't quote me on that. There's something about bamboos being able to grow quickly. It's better to build with them than chopping down trees, something like that. So there's an evolution here of doing things. Nine of Cups with laziness. King of Swords with control. No, this is not the King of Swords. This is the Ace of Swords. Am I right? Let me double check that. No, it is correct. King of Swords. You've got the Star card with silence. And the Page of Cups with trust. So, what's going on? What will actually happen? What will happen? At the point of you feeling like, oh my God, this has just ended, a new life comes. You see this Nine of Cups. There are broken mirrors here. So something breaks down, but gives you a very comfortable life, or making you feel like you've achieved something. You're fulfilled. A dream comes true for you. You thought you were going to break, only to find yourself super comfortable and happy. So there's something about trust that this is calmly taking you to your dreams. And so during this process of transition, where your soul is taking you towards something better, don't suffer with melancholy. There's something about this transition is going to happen. You can choose to go through it suffering, or you can choose to have control. But as these changes are happening, you will notice that this is so much smoother and better than what was before it. You will see yourself being carried towards your dreams, and that you are in a very powerful situation, able to strategize, make the decisions that you want for yourself, able to plan things in the way that you prefer it for yourself. You know, nothing is in charge of you like before. You are the one being empowered. So it takes time. It takes a good mental health to go through this process without feeling the scare. Because with Eight of Swords, it's like you've been stuck there for so long. And while part of you is so ready to move, the transition itself might be scary. So you will notice, you know what you remind me of as you go through this transition? You're like, no! And then there's silence. So you're like, what's going on? No! And you're like, okay. You open your eyes and you're like, whoa, this is good. Why was I screaming? Thus, melancholy. So there is just this little scare of things changing, only to open one eye and realize, oh, it's amazing. I didn't need to really scream at that, you know? I feel like you're exhausted. You're done with this. We already established that. As things change, you're guided to have the mental fortitude to tell yourself, you know, I trust the process. What would give you the mental fortitude? It's faith, knowing that it's happening for you. Why suffer through it? It's happening for the self, for you. It's happening only for you. Because the universe doesn't want you to keep suffering like this. So it's basically just taking you out of one situation to another. So with the crone, have faith. This is happening for you. Your soul is excited, by the way. Perhaps why you're going, I'm done. Your soul is relieved, making you feel relieved. Your soul is excited. It knows it's going exactly where you want to go. And this is not the end with the cat here. This is a new life for you. And as things are shattering and breaking, if you just open your eyes, you're going to go, nothing's happening to me. I'm good. I'm really good. And you're already aware. You are aware. You're like, I'm done. You are done. So don't be afraid of that moment where you're moving from one plane to the other. Because this is basically what's happening here. You're moving from one plane to the other, from the old world to the other. But your trust, have faith and trust that you are directly flying, not just going towards your dream. In this new plane, things are more sustainable. They are smarter, they are more abundant, they're less harmful to you and your society, your community. Things are much better. And you are learning to do things in a much smarter way than the ones who came before you, whatever this means in your situation. And so rejoice, my dear one. Your soul is carrying you there. Trust the process. I would exactly tell you that. Trust your process. You're going towards your dreams. Trust it. You're moving towards your dreams. You yourself are done with this. And you know it, by the way. You know that you're going towards your dreams. And my dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 3, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at what you think will happen versus what will actually happen. Ooh, we've got a card right away. So we'll split the reading into 2 halves. The first part, or the first half on the far left, or the left part of your reading, will be all about what you think will happen. Let's explore what's the situation, what you think is going to happen through that part of the reading. And of course, in the second half, the left part will be about what you think. The right part will be about what will actually happen. So can't wait to explore your reading. We're now taking a look at the first half of your reading, which is all about, as mentioned, what you think is going to happen with regards to a specific situation that you have in mind. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful onyx. Your significator card is the shark. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Sagittarius, Pisces, Aries, and Gemini. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, it's interesting. I've shuffled this before, it popped out, and then I shuffled it towards the end. It looks like we're getting two cards here, which makes me want to explore them actually first right away. So the first card that popped up is the thread. It looks like you're holding on by a thread. In fact, seeing this right next to the shark with all of the grays, you seem to be in a gray area, not feeling entirely safe, but also you didn't yet get into into the dangerous part yet. I'm saying that because of the shark, and I'm hearing da 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 da. So it seems like you're really holding on by a thread. You're worried about something here. You're worried about danger attacking. The mother. The mother is safety. You want safety, you want protection, you want to be, I would say with the mother, you want to be taken care of. This seems to be a serious situation, and maybe it didn't get into the dangerous part yet, but you're really scared, is what I'm picking up here. And you're trying to bet your best to hold on. You know, if we actually look at this card intuitively, I'm kind of seeing it as the face of the shark with the triangle here, the eyes. It's like there's a shadow of you envisioning that danger coming to engulf, and you just want to be safe with the mother here. It feels to me like it's that point where you just want your mother to take care of it, or when you were young, you wanted your mother to just take care of it. It feels so dangerous that you just want that to happen, for it to go away, for someone to come and take care of you in this situation. My heart is with you, my dear pile number 3. I'm very sorry you're feeling this way. Let's take a look at what your guidance is and what your cards are showing. You've got cycles. Oh, this card, I think, popped up in pile number 1, and I would say if you're drawn to pile number 1, I highly recommend it. You will probably get more information and an expansion on your reading itself. Okay, so you've got cycles. You've got old woman. And you've got malady. So I feel like this situation is really affecting you physically. This situation you feel is affecting you. You feel like you should move, but you can't, just like old woman. You should move, but you're not feeling well, just like malady. It's kind of like you just want it to go away. With cycles, has this situation repeated itself up to a point where you feel like you can't deal with it anymore? Let's see, my dear pile number 3. Let's see. So, you've got the Knight of Pentacles with slowing down. I feel like this card is matching the energy I'm seeing here, so I'm going to keep it here. You've got the Nine of Cups with laziness. You see this figure has a lot of broken mirrors behind him and is choosing to chill, to feel okay. Nice. Is that you? That would be really nice. You've got, yeah, guys, wow. Okay. You've got the Four of Cups with turning in. Patience. Oh my God, look at your cards. Is that you? Good. I think you're dealing with this situation patiently. There are all these monsters, but you're like calm. Good for you. Good for you. You're like trying to chill and just leaving it break behind. Seven of Pentacles. You're patient, taking it day by day. You're like, what can I do? I'm just going to nurture myself. Is that the mother? You're nurturing yourself through it. Good for you. What a pile. Ace of Cups, going with the flow. Exactly. Didn't I tell you guys? You're like just going by the flow, with the flow, taking it day by day. Very focused in this pile on your emotions. Although you're holding on by a thread, you're very patient and you're choosing to look positively. Look at the eyeglasses here. You're refusing to look at the shattered mirrors, the dangers that you feel is happening, or the shadow does come out here and there trying to show you that it's engulfing you. But in this pile, there's something awesome here about taking it slowly. Perhaps what this old woman is saying, taking it slowly, although you're not feeling good with the malady and with the old woman. Perhaps there's something about, you've seen this cycle happen a lot and you're choosing to feel good in the moment. You're choosing to slow down. You're choosing to go with the flow. You'll do whatever you can in the moment. You're being very patient and you're tuning in and tuning out of all of these noises and fears, and choosing to go within. Perhaps you're meditating. You're really all the water here, taking care of your emotions, nurturing yourself. See, here now Mother is starting to make me understand that you're not the pile about, please come and save me, although that would be nice. You're the pile about, I'm gonna nurture myself and take care of myself during this time. I will take care of me. Although I'm not feeling good, I'm gonna tune out of this. There's something about the broken glasses behind me, the shadow here. I'm tuning in. I'm not gonna listen to it. And that's how you're holding on by a thread. Not through you taking specific actions, but more like, I'm not going to allow myself to feel this way. Yeah. Courage. You're facing it with a lot of courage and strength. This is the Strength card. And I feel like your card here is kind of showing us, foretelling that you're really going to blossom and shine out of this situation. Although it looks like it's blocked now with this wall, you're really going to blossom out and grow because of the amazing way you're handling this situation. Perhaps this is the way you see it, is that it's a cycle. There's something about this too shall pass. I would have never guessed in a million years that I would see a pile like this as I did this reading. Wow, I'm just want to express my admiration. Very impressive. Although you're really tired here, perhaps it's because you're tired. You're like taking it slow. Whatever is meant to come will come. This too shall pass. I just need to focus on feeling good in the moment for now. That's the most important thing. That's the energy that I see here in this pile. I feel like I need to adjust the camera a little bit. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, so there's something about, it's a cycle, it shall pass. All I need to do is just wait and take care of my emotions. take Seven of Pentacles, do the necessary steps, step by step. Whatever this shows me that I need to do, I'm going to do. And although it looks dangerous and blocked at the moment, I'm just going to choose to tune in and take it slowly. Take it slow. So I think you're expecting the best actually here. You're expecting at least, not the best, maybe it is the best, but here you're holding on by a thread thinking this too shall pass. Let's see your future position and what will actually happen in this situation. What is your future position? What will actually happen with regards to the situation that you have in mind? My dear pile number 3. There we go. Right. So, oh, look, this one has moved, so I'm going to take it. You've got Messenger. Looks like you're gonna hear some news. Okay. You've got Desert. From nowhere, from a place you're not expecting. You never considered, you never looked at, absolutely ignored. Because in your point of view with the desert, what would this place give me? This place doesn't give me anything. How can I expect a message from them, from this place? Evolution. Well, this very place, person, thing that you thought wasn't giving is evolving as you're going through all of this. You've got the seed. In fact, right now is the seed for all of this. Seed in a desert. You'd think, what would that matter? Some seeds do work in the desert. Like the cacti, they do grow in the desert. So this idea that nothing can happen there, no, some things can happen in some places or with some people. Perhaps just the right seed needs to be planted. The cave, there's something about you're not seeing this. Yeah, you're really not seeing this. But something is happening behind the scenes in the cave. Something is happening that maybe the plans aren't revealed yet. Things aren't revealed yet, but there's something. Touch base. What is the touch base saying? They will touch base with you in the right time, in due time. So this could be someone thinking that they want to plant the seeds. This could be something happening in an area you never considered because you like the desert is not giving. But some things do work out in the things that don't usually work out if they're the right thing in the right place. Right. That's happening. And perhaps, I'm guessing, this miracle right there is happening because how you're vibrating with the 9 of Cups, the Ace of Cups, this 4 of Cups, which is all about surprise. Again, it's foreshadowing. These two cards are foreshadowing. Even this one is foreshadowing a surprise here. Something is pregnant. This is the mother. This is creation, the seed. Something is happening as you're trying to calm yourself down, hold on by a thread and believe that this too shall pass. Right now, as you're doing that, there's a seed being planted in the right place at the right time. There are plans behind the scenes. You may not be seeing it, but they're happening. they're working. Something is working behind the scenes. Whoa, you've got the master. This looks like a person with a master plan. Someone has something in mind. They're cooking something. They're whipping something up. No, for real. They look like, it looks like someone has a plan. Yeah, if the master is here, it looks like it is a person who has a plan. This person could be related to you by DNA. Could be, doesn't have to be. But maybe this is a person that you always felt with the desert here, doesn't give. There's nothing that happens with this person. There's a seed here. But yeah, master. I would have thought this is you if it wasn't for the messenger here. In any case, let's be patient and take a look at the rest of your cards, right? You've got the Two of Cups with friendliness. You've got the Emperor with the Rebel. And you've got the Ace of Pentacles with maturity. Somebody here is maturing. With the chains here and the power, it reminds me of toxic masculinity. And I know this is definitely not gonna resonate with most of you, but when I do see something in a reading, I like to point it out. Like, for example, if this is a masculine energy in your life who wasn't giving, it looks like they are breaking out of their toxic masculinity and they are maturing. But in any case, for everyone else listening, what does this look like? Someone has a plan that they're not revealing at the moment. It could simply mean that you will be part of that plan. But they will not be revealing this plan right now. They will reveal it in due time. The surprise here, it's coming from a place and a person that, as we said, doesn't usually give. But with the Two of Cups, they're co-joining with you. They want to do something, by the way, good from the heart with the Two of Cups. This is coming with good intentions. They want to do something loving. And because of that, they will be sending you a message. Breaking out of their toxic habits. It doesn't have to be toxic masculinity, but they are breaking out of the energy of not giving and stepping into their true mature power with the Ace of Pentacles. This is a total new mature page between you and someone who will be treating your trouble with the two trees here co-joining as theirs. They'll be merging with you. This is love with the Two of Cups. Perhaps someone who was always absent, and you would think, what does that situation have to do with this person? You might just be surprised that there is a person who will break out of their pattern because they've been maturing, growing their power. And it seems like they have a plan. They want to help you out. And they will be messaging you soon. And I said soon without thinking about it. Maybe this is something you're meant to hear. They will be messaging you, perhaps extending assistance. Or maybe even just like what we saw with the mother here, absolutely taking you out of the situation and helping you out. Whether this is an actual person or a leader, maybe a leader in your city or province or state or country. Maybe this is a leader in your company, or maybe a family. But this is somebody taking a unique action that they haven't taken before, because they themselves, with the master here, have gone through a great evolution. They've matured, they've perhaps understood what really matters. And they're using their power to assist you, to be by your side. Yeah, that's what I am honestly seeing in your cards. Wow. Let's see, in that case, what are they sending you here? What are they sending? Pile number 3, please. It could also be for some of you, someone from the other side. It's another idea that hit me. So it could be someone from the other side who perhaps wasn't able to help you before for one reason or the other. Sometimes, you know, there can't be interference, and maybe now they can help you. Okay, so what are they sending you here? What's that message? Whoa, Ace of Cups. Sorry, what am I saying? Ace of Swords with consciousness. This is a message with a lot of thought. Seeing maturity. This is a well thought out message. The third eye. The third eye. This is the Ace of Swords. This is coming from good planning. Someone who's planned well and waited to deliver this message to you at the right time. That's why you'll be waiting here. So this person can see you now, and they are waiting to send you this plan or this message at the right time. Knight of Swords. It looks like this is a person who they will be saying, I will fight. I will fight for you. You're not alone. I'm going to fight this for you. I'm gonna assist you in fully beating it with the Knight of Swords. Fully beating this situation. The High Priestess. They will tell you a secret. They will reveal a secret that will help you beat this. They will give you information with the Ace of Swords. So they will, with this message, give you information. They will reveal secrets, and they will show you their intentions of fighting for you. Yeah, that's what I see here. Very interesting reading. Okay. Are we allowed to know what they're planting now? I think this reading can make more sense to you if we're allowed to know. Are we allowed to know what they are planting now, currently? For pile number 3, please. 9 of Wands with exhaustion. Queen of Pentacles with flowering. And the Moon card with past lives. So honestly, right now, what's happening is that this person is changing their environment. They're changing who they are, the core, the seed of who they are. They're hibernating with the cave at the moment to grow like that. So what's going on at the moment? At the moment, they're this person, this boss, this whoever is going to be actually saving you. We were joking about it here, but it's real. In saying, oh, sometimes we wish someone would come and step up and save us. This looks like it is actually forming here for you. Whoever this person is that's going to save you, at the moment, the seed in the right environment seems to be this person is being bold and courageous with the 9 of Wands to look inside of them. See, there's an inside machine. Looks like this person was acting as a machine all the time. Do this, do that. This is what I'm supposed to do. They were running on this program that exhausted them. And it seems like right now they are looking within themselves. Something funny here. They seem to be matching your energy because you're here tuning in as well. You're tuning in to heal, I don't know, things like your patience or not to go through the cycle. And they're matching your energy by also tuning into themselves. So it's kind of like you're healing their shadow, this person's healing their shadow. And even though whether you know this person by blood or you don't know this person that well because they're simply a manager or a leader of some form, you're spiritually connected some way some way you are connected at the roots, like you perhaps are connected on a soul level. And as you are working on yourself, they are too. If this is someone on the other side, then you working on yourself is allowing them to be able to interfere or help now. So take it how it resonates. But what is this person doing right now? What's the seed? Is that they're tuning in. If this is someone on the other side, then they're watching you blossom. And so you see with the past lives, they're able to interfere from one realm to another. If this is not it, then go back to this person. They are finding the boldness because of how exhausted they are to look inside them. And they're finding the confidence to fight themselves, or let's say fight their demons. It's not easy for this person. Very soon, they will blossom and they will shift karma with past lives here. They will shift their karma in a very, very important and critical moment. High Priestess and the Moon. They will be able to heal that energy. I don't know how, but that's brilliant. That's why I've got the Master here. It seems to me like they are moving from one type of energy to another, like from what we call evil to being a being of light. And I think there is an extreme change of energy here because they will be bold to face something that perhaps all of us wouldn't have the boldness to face if we were in their situation. So the reason they're able to shift this in such a short time and with such potency of energy or great results, just like that with the Queen of Wands, is because they have the courage with the 9 of Wands to face themselves, to find the real truth, the clarity of everything. I think this will really surprise you, my dear pile number 3. And in the nick of time, this person is coming to actually save you in this situation. They're saying in this message, I will fight for you. They will give you information and they will tell you about secrets they never told you. They will say the truth. They will reveal some things and they will be fighting for you. And it seems to me like what you're doing here is right, because you're like, I'm not gonna be scared. I am holding on by a thread, yes. I am worried here and there that this will engulf me, but I will put this behind me for now. I will go by the flow, which we saw in the card beneath this card. I will go by the flow, take it step by step with the Seven of Pentacles, which is the card underneath, the High Priestess. And I'm just going to be okay for now. Yeah. This is what you're doing here is so right. Because it seems like in this reading you're going to be saved anyways. So why be worried? Why go through it being worried about this dangerous situation? And like you said, do what you can do in the now. By the flow, go by the flow, going with the flow, sorry. Seven of Pentacles, taking it day by day, doing what you can day by day. Exactly. Good for you. What will actually happen is that somebody here seems like they are stepping up. They are stepping up their game. And they will be intimate with the Two of Cups, helping you intimately in this situation. And there is an evolution here in your situation. It's not going to stay the same. Just like you are suggesting, it too shall pass and it shall evolve. What you feel is like the desert will one day be a beautiful forest, luscious forest. And it is happening through someone right now planting the right seed at the right time, in the right place, in the very place that everybody would think there's no plants that can grow there or life that can grow there. Life can always grow and it can always happen. And this person is stepping up at the moment, whoever this person is. Yeah, that's exactly what I see in your reading, my dear pile number 3. I wish you the best of luck with all of my heart with regards to this situation, but you're doing the right thing and it will be resolved. This is exactly what I see in details. I truly hope you've enjoyed your reading. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 3, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye!